Hello, my dream bees, and welcome back to a new yoga philosophy talk. So these yoga philosophy videos are really special to me. I think that just sharing information like this and trying to, share this little journey together is something that brings me a lot of joy and happiness. So I'm going to try to bring more of these back onto the channel. Especially if you have things that you would like to share on these topics, please feel free to comment down below so that we can all just learn little by little. And these are things that just add sometimes that special light bulb moment. It can be something that adds just a bit of intention into your practice. So today's topic is all about Sankalpa. Now, forgive me if my Sanskrit pronunciation is wrong. Keep this a free space so we can talk about these topics and try to help each other. Maybe get a little bit more insight and just share the journey of learning. Now, Sankalpa is something that once I learned, it brought a beautiful purpose to my asana and meditation practice. So it's something you can incorporate even into your lifestyle afterwards. Our Sankalpa is our intention. Now, the same way as in life, we make little intentions throughout our day to kind of help boost us and motivate us. Our Sankalpa can be in our spiritual world, in our spiritual meaning of the term, our higher truth, our intention for the utmost highest truth. So San in Sanskrit meaning higher truth, universal truth. And then Kalpa meaning our vow or our rule, something that is above all other rules. So you're making sure that there's a lot of purpose in this intention, that there's true meaning and devotion, that you mean it with all of your heart. Now, if this sounds overwhelming, think of it as when you are meditating and you're starting your day, you're starting your morning, and you start to close your eyes and breathe. And you feel that there is just a sense of knowing within you. You just kind of know that as you're sitting, that as the world is moving and breathing around you, that everything is all right. That life is alive and beautiful. And when you're in this state of calm, what is that truth that speaks to you? Are you feeling sort of a connection with the world? Are you feeling a connection with any divine power around you? Do you feel a connection with yourself? So our Sankalpa is going in that direction. We want to make sure that we are trying to connect to a higher truth. We don't want to focus on society, on expectations, even on our emotional attachments. When we get rid of all of that noise, get rid of, the cell phones, the TV, our goals in life, our emotional connections, what is our truth? What is our Sankalpa? So sometimes it's better to not even overthink the process and to just listen. And so whether it's during your yoga practice, when you're doing asanas, sometimes there's that moment where you're in a pose, imagine like a child's pose, and your mind starts to empty, and you just feel this overall sense of calm, of goodness, of mental relaxation. This can be your Sankalpa, just knowing that all is good. Knowing that the divine is present. That positive energy is around you. It's around all of us. That is that light in the air, that light in your eyes. So the more you try to connect with the Sankalpa, the more that in your yoga practice, you can come back to a sense of concentration. You bring yourself always back to that Sankalpa. when your mind starts to wander, go back to your truth. What is true to you and what speaks to you. So in your meditation practice, if you're trying to find that Sankalpa, just slowly start by breathing. Empty the mind and just let things come to you. Sometimes the hardest part about our spiritual journey can be that we're searching, and in this day and age we search with such urgency. We are trying so hard, and especially if we have this kind of nature where we're trying to achieve, we are almost guilting ourselves into trying harder. How have I not found my sattva? Why am I not feeling awakened? And this pressure is just blocking the mind. You're just adding a bit more noise. And not by any means am I saying that I am awakened. I am by far not. But there are those moments when you just sit and you just let yourself be natural. And you let your mind just find its silence little by little. That things just start to feel a lot better. So physically, you'll know it'll just start to feel better. Even the nerves will start to just calm down. And then it'll go into your mind will start to calm down, finding emptiness. And then once you're in that state, just be open. Just be open to receive. Be open to receiving that intention, that truth. And then once you find that truth, it can be, if it's a phrase for you, like a mantra, use that phrase to really bring you back to a sense of belief, a sense of faith. And then as we hold that dear to our hearts, we hold that Sankalpa, that intention, we try to devote to it so that there is just a lot of meaning. And yoga has so much beauty that it can bring when you are disciplined. So staying true to your Sankalpa, being disciplined to always follow it, is something that is just gonna help you get further and further into your journey. Just gonna make you feel a little bit better. So another way that you can use the Sankalpa is by maybe taking that time, finding that intention. Maybe it's something that even you can't really explain, but you know that feeling and you can really just embrace that feeling. Maybe you need a sentence or a mantra or an affirmation. Once you have that Sankalpa, maybe you hold that Sankalpa for 30 to 40 days. And every morning or every night when you're sitting in that meditation, you try to bring that Sankalpa into your practice. And the more you do that for a long period of time, yoga really teaches us that with the time and the practice, that's how we're gonna start to feel these effects. Our body and our mind, they need time to really start believing in these practices, incorporating it into our body, incorporating it into the mind. If you're going with the brain, that neuroplasticity takes time to change these patterns, to come back to a sense of just neutral state where everything is kind of functioning naturally. You don't want to get in the way of your body just doing its wonderful work. So thank you so much for listening. If you have more things to share, please share down below. I think it's amazing to talk about these topics in a way that's helpful to each other. So maybe a teacher, a yoga teacher, a yoga retreat taught you something else about Sankalpa. Please bring that into the comments down below. Start a beautiful open conversation. And I really hope this helps. Have a beautiful day. Thank you so much, and namaste.